I'm really tired of party players on K Street trying to preserve their power adjacency by saying that if you don't support the candidate that gives them that power adjacency, then you are somehow unfit to be conservative or unfit to be Republican or unfit to be limited government. I mean, that is so antithetical to the spirit of this creation of this republic, I could spit. But that's what a lot of people are doing. And they try to chill discussion within the right by acting as though whether or not you entirely 1,000% agree and adopt, like the left. This is a leftist tactic. I mean, the left does this. If you don't agree with their person 1,000%, then you are betraying your side, their side. And that's how some of these people on the right, and these are the grifters who were irrelevant for so long. Now they had a touch of power and they're trying to, stick with it. I mean, I think they're anchors. I honestly think some of these people are huge anchors on Trump. I know them, so I actually know this. I've seen this in my years of being an activist in the street and then going and raising hell in D.C. because I try to stay out of D.C., but I will go there to raise some cane. Not you, Kane, sorry. But there are people who will say that you can't even criticize some of these primary moves or some of what happened in this last election because then you're betraying your party leader. Well, that's not true. And there's no allegiance to a party leader. There's allegiance to the country. Here's what I think there are people who have convinced him that personal loyalty is more important than electability. Now, that's something you do no matter where you are. You have to acknowledge this. That celebrity and personal loyalty are more important than electability. And I think they have also convinced him that celebrity means electability, and it doesn't. This is one of the biggest lessons that I think some people can learn, particularly those people that are trying to influence Trump in his orbit. Celebrity does not equal electability, as evidenced by Oz and Walker and some of these other candidates. It does not equal electability. And by the way, this is not a Trump phenomenon. I want to make that very clear. This has been around for a long time. This idea that because someone's famous, they can be electable, that they have more of electability. I mean, this goes back to even before Reagan. But you have to be so much more than just being a celebrity in order to win office. So I don't want people to think that this is like a Trump-created phenomenon. It's not. I mean, what is it? They had, there was a piece I was reading about George Murphy winning a Senate seat in California in 1964. And that was like one of the really, big, celebrity equals electability kind of arguments that people were making for voters. Now, celebrity is important when it comes to, name recognition, sure. But I think how well someone is known and they're savvy on issues are two obviously entirely different things. And in some of these, a friend of mine had been tweeting out and said that you can't be a populist outsider and focused on the issues that voters are not focusing on, which is true. Voters were not focused on complaints this election cycle. Voters wanted solutions. I had said before that Republicans needed to articulate more responses to those solutions. And if you want to broadly appeal to voters, that also doesn't mean that you get a moderate in the seat either. It just means that you be smarter on how you're running your race. That's what it means. So I think that there has to be some tough decisions with this. This is the first midterm since 1934. When I was looking at this, that the party that is in power, the incumbent party, defended successfully every Senate seat. That's pretty significant.